Hi everyone, my name is Nina. I'm from Bedrock Barre and Bible, and welcome. Happy to have you guys here with me today. Today I'm going to be reading from Matthew 27. I've said it in the last video that I've been reading through the book of Matthew and towards the end, towards the crucifixion of Jesus. And as I'm reading it this year, I feel like it's really fresh and I'm kind of pulling out things that I haven't seen before, or it's kind of hitting my heart differently. And I just wanted to share with you one thing today that I was reading that really touched me and just pointed me to who Jesus was and like his humility and his ability to endure. We're going to go to Matthew 27 verse 27. It says, "Then the governor's soldiers took Jesus into the praetorium and gathered the whole company of soldiers around him. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him. Then they twisted a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand and knelt in front of him and mocked him. 'Hail, King of the Jews,' they said. They spat on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe and put on his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him." So very bleak picture. Jesus is being surrounded, it says, by the whole company of soldiers. Who knows how many that was? I don't know. They're all around him, and they make this crown of thorns, which is probably excruciatingly painful. They put it on his head. They put a scarlet robe on him, and then they whack him in the head with this scepter, this piece of wood. And they're mocking him, they're spitting on him. And I'm sure that they might have done this kind of thing before. Maybe this is an extra special case where they just kind of were getting into it. Like, oh, this guy thinks he's a king, we're going to treat him, in this way with a lot of ridicule. It probably was demonically fueled, just like a giddiness to mock him. But what really touched me today was that someday, and even right now, like in heaven, what's going on is there's a lamb that looks like it's been slain in Revelation. And the elders are bowing down to it, and all of the angels are bowing down, and it says there's none worthy, but he's worthy. If we turn to Revelation 5, we'll do that real quick. Revelation 5. Says, "Then I saw a lamb," 5 verse 6, "looking as if it had been slain, standing in the center of the throne, encircled by 4 living creatures and the elders. He had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. He came and took the scroll from the hand of him who sat on the throne. And when he had taken it, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, each one having a harp, and they were holding golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song. 'You are worthy to take the scroll and open its seals, because you were slain, and with your blood you purchased men for God from every tribe and language, people and nation. You have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God, and they will reign on the earth.' And then it goes and says, 'Worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power and wealth and wisdom and strength, honor and glory and praise.' Then I heard every creature in heaven and on earth and under the earth and in the sea and all that is in them singing, 'To him who sits on the throne and to the Lamb be praise and honor, glory and power forever and ever. Amen.'" So going back to Matthew, we have Jesus, and he is enduring this mockery. Can you imagine the place of his greatest suffering, place of his greatest pain? He's just been flogged. His skin is being ripped off of him. And here these people are mocking him, and the furthest thing from their mind is that this is actually true. Like what they're saying, "Hail, King of the Jews," is actually true. No one actually believed that there was any credibility, any possibility that he could be the one that right now all of heaven is bowing down in front of and worshiping. And it just got me. I was like, you allowed them to mock you. You sat there and allowed them to mock you, knowing that everything you were saying was true, and that they had no idea, that they were just men, women that were clueless, had no idea. And then later you say, Father, forgive them, they don't know what they're doing. And it just made me stop, and I was like, he let them mock, he let them spit on him. The beautiful God who right now, if we were in his presence, we would be groveling on the floor. His power is perfect. He is amazing, and we would feel his love. But like, if he chose to show us his power, we would be dead in an instant. Thankfully, because of his love, we're not consumed. But this is the Jesus that we worship. He allowed himself to be spat on, and he didn't retaliate. He didn't call angels. He didn't say, how dare you? Because he could have. And that kind of God wrecks me, because who would ever make up that story? What kind of person would make up a religion and say the all-powerful God allowed humans to spit on him and to hurt him and to mock him and to smash his head in with thorns on it with a stick, And I am passionate about this because he's our beloved. And as we see him more and see who he is, it should wreck us, and God, let it transform the way that we live. It's easy to hear it and then it go in and out, but let it transform us. So we're going to begin our stretching and workout for the day. I already did a workout, but that's okay. We're going to do another. So we're going to begin with a little bit of stretching. I've got some sore neck pain. So let's begin. Let's start with our neck, okay? So we're going to curl our head in, drop it to the ground, and plie, and roll up. Let your head be the last thing that comes up again.
Put in my voice the chorus of the song of victory.
And plie.
You call me to the shore,
Roll up.
so you can part the sea.
One more time.
Light up your creation in the
And let your head just sway side to side. Yes. Or no, sorry, no, and yes. Grab your elbows. Turn your head.
Open my eyes to your majesty.
Bend your knees. Good. Roll up. Good. And look side, 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 side.
Light up your creation and the gifts that hold your glory.
And half. Roll.
Yahweh, King of all, Lord Most High. Oh, my days I praise you on my
Good. Ear to the ceiling. Hold it there. Again, same ear. Ear to the ceiling. And again, ear to the ceiling, same ear.
Pain in my soul, what is this?
Good. Another side. Ear to the ceiling.
It's making me whole.
And ear to the ceiling.
It's setting me whole. Perfect love.
And ear to the ceiling.
Alone.
Good. And let's change the music here.
Yahweh, if you
Come down to the ground. We're going to do some mountain climbers to warm up. Knee up, really hollowing out our stomach. And twist. Good. 5, 6, 7, walk our hands to our feet and walk our hands out again into plank. Walk our hands back. And again, back. And again. Back. One more time. Good. Good. And you're going to walk it all the way out. And turn to the side. And we're going to just lift our hips, working our obliques. 7, 8. Good. And other side. Lifting our hips. Good. Come back down. Knees down. Stretch. Straight up. And hold it up there. Press back with your hands and onto your heel. Good. Bring it down. Come on down, roll up, we'll do the other side. Good. Other side.
No inhibitions, you are sufficient. I trust your vision. There's not one thing I need. There's not one thing I need. My heart is open, yours is the pearl. Sleep in your ocean. There's not one thing.
And last one, keep it up there. And really press back into it. Good. Pull it in. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna just put my hair up. Okay. We're going to come into this stretch. We're going to stretch our arms back. And really push our chest up. Hands facing the opposite way. And bring our arms in. We're going to take both legs up and bring them down as far as you can and curl in. We're in parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 2 more. Good. This time we're going to bring our legs straight out and we're just going to scissor them up and down. Really tightening our glutes. Give me 2 more. 1. Last one, 2. Good. to come down and up.
If I'm fully on, waiting on your promise, even through the trauma.
And we're gonna bring our knees in, not all the way, but just towards each other. Really squeezing our glutes and our thighs. If you have a Pilates ball, you can use that too. 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll back down. We're gonna come up into half crab. Our arms sticking straight up, and we're going to curve it around and try to stretch right there. And bring it up again and stretch. Let's do one more. Good. Come down. Stretch out that arm a bit. And both hands back again. Arm up. 2, 3, 4. Push your hips up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Come on down. Great. Let's come into a butterfly. Just stretch out. Push down your knees and push up with your own legs. Good. And other way, we're pulling up with this, trying to push down with our knees. Good. We're going to come into called Charlie's Angels. So we're seated like this, and we're going to come into a C curve and come up partially. Go down as far as you can. Two more, and then we're going to go to the sides. Now we're going to go toward the side. And one more on each side. Good. Roll back down. And turn over onto your elbows or your hands. Good. Okay, we're going to roll on our side. And we're in turned out position. We do some floor bar. And we're going to, let's try just Batmas to the side. Don't have to go too high, just whatever feels good. Might hear some cracks. And I'm really straightening this leg. It's not taking a break on the floor, it's working hard. And we're going to curl in, and we're going to touch the front and back with our foot. You can kind of bring your other foot forward a bit, if that helps. Five, 6, 7, 8. Good. We're gonna bring them both out like that. We're going to scissor in 2, 3, 8. Again, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good job. Bring that leg in. Stretch that out. And roll on your back. Really feel that hip flex. Hip stretch. Ooh. Good. Let's come to the other side. And moms, remember our bottom leg is working hard. Really turned out here.
Take these ashes away with the rain. Till all that's left is you.
And 2 more. 1, 2. And bring that leg in. Leg forward. Front. Front. Back. Front. Back. Front. Back. Try not to sickle your foot. I know this is hard, so if you can't touch the floor, that's okay. Kind of awkward. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And scissor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg in, stretch it out. And over. Good. Bring our legs to tabletop. And we're going to touch our feet to the bottom, really curving our backs and hollowing out our stomachs. Two more. 1, 2. Good. Okay, we're going to open into a straddle. As we do that, again, I'm just going to read. From Matthew 27 again. Then the governor's soldiers took Jesus into the praetorium and gathered the whole company of soldiers around him. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him. They twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand and knelt in front of him and mocked him. Hail, King of the Jews. They spat on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him. I was just thinking about the book of Philippians, how it says, listen to this, Philippians 2:6, who being in the very nature God did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, as if that wasn't enough, right? Being found in appearance as a man, he then humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death on a cross. He was obedient at that point. You know, he had asked the Father, if this cup could be taken away from me, let it be taken, but not my will, but your will be done. And right there we see the obedience of Jesus, like obedient even to death on a cross, even to being mocked, even to being, spat on and ridiculed in the place of your pain, and where he was suffering and in anguish. And here he's having people not give him support, but like instead just mock who he is. And yet he came through. And it says, therefore God exalted him to the highest place and gave him the name that is above every name, that at the name of Jesus every knee should bow in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Oh man, let's just end class with that, guys. Feel free to keep going if you want, but I'm just going to make it a short class today. And just think about his humility. He was a mediator. He became like us, and he went through anguish and pain. And so if you are going through that today, you have a high priest that is sympathetic to your weakness. We all do. So thank you for being part of this class. Hope to see you again next time. Thank you.